What if I told you that everything you've been taught about achieving success is backwards? What if the secret to unlimited achievement isn't found in grinding harder or pushing through stress, but in something that seems completely opposite? James Allen discovered this profound truth over a century ago. He called it the greatest jewel of wisdom. Yet most people overlook this teaching entirely. They're too busy chasing the next productivity hack or manifestation technique to notice the most powerful principle hiding in plain sight. Before we dive into this life-changing wisdom, please hit the like button and let me know in the comments what country you're watching from. It's wonderful to see how far this ancient wisdom is traveling across the globe. You've tried everything, haven't you? You've pushed yourself to the limit. You've followed every success guru's advice about hustle culture and grinding your way to the top. You've visualized your dreams. You've written them down. You've created vision boards and repeated affirmations until you were blue in the face. And what happened? You burned out. You got stressed. You achieved some things, sure, but they came at the cost of your peace, your relationships, your health. You found yourself constantly anxious, always worried about the next deadline, the next goal, the next mountain to climb. Here's what nobody tells you. When you operate from stress and force, you're actually working against the natural laws of achievement. You're swimming upstream in a river that could carry you effortlessly to your destination if you just learned how to navigate it properly. James Allen understood something that modern success culture has completely forgotten. He discovered that calmness isn't weakness, it's the highest form of strength. Listen to his exact words. Calmness of mind is one of the beautiful jewels of wisdom. It is the result of long and patient effort in self-control. This isn't about being passive or lazy. This is about understanding a fundamental truth about how success really works. The calm person, Allen explains, having learned how to govern himself, knows how to adapt himself to others. And they, in turn, reverence his spiritual strength and feel that they can learn of him and rely upon him. If you're ready to embrace this truth, write, "I am ready to understand," in the comments below. Let me explain why your previous approaches haven't worked and why this principle changes everything. When you operate from stress and force, you're essentially telling the universe that you don't trust it to support your success. You're gripping so tightly to your desired outcomes that you're actually pushing them away. Think about it this way. Have you ever tried to grab water with a clenched fist? The tighter you squeeze, the more it slips through your fingers. But cup your hands gently and the water flows naturally into your palms. Success works the same way. Allen discovered that the more tranquil a person becomes, the greater is his success, his influence, his power for good. Even the ordinary trader will find his business prosperity increase as he develops greater self-control and equanimity, for people will always prefer to deal with a person whose demeanor is strongly equable. This is profound. Your success isn't just about what you know or how hard you work. It's about the energy you bring to every interaction, every decision, every moment of your day. When you're calm, people are naturally drawn to you. They trust you. They want to do business with you. They want to be around you. But here's where most people get confused. They think calmness means being emotionless or detached. That's not what Allen is teaching. He's talking about a different kind of strength. He's talking about the power that comes from being centered, grounded, and unshakable regardless of external circumstances. Allen puts it beautifully. The strong, calm person is always loved and revered. He is like a shade-giving tree in a thirsty land or a sheltering rock in a storm. Who does not love a tranquil heart, a sweet-tempered, balanced life? This is the quality that transforms everything. When you embody this calm strength, you become a magnet for opportunities, relationships, and resources. You don't have to chase success. It flows naturally toward you. If this is making sense to you, comment with "The old way is gone." Now let me give you a practical way to cultivate this transformative calmness starting tonight. This is based directly on Alan's teachings, and I've seen it work for countless people who were previously trapped in the stress and struggle cycle. Here's what you're going to do. Before you go to bed tonight, find a quiet space where you won't be disturbed. Sit comfortably and close your eyes. Take 3 deep breaths, allowing your body to relax with each exhale. Now, instead of thinking about what you want to achieve, focus on who you want to become. Alan teaches that as we think, so we are. Ask yourself this question: what kind of person would I be if I approached my goals from a place of calm confidence rather than anxious striving? Visualize yourself moving through your day tomorrow with this quality of serene strength. See yourself handling challenges with grace. Picture yourself making decisions from a centered place rather than from fear or desperation. Imagine people being naturally drawn to your calm, confident energy. Here's the key part. Don't focus on specific outcomes, focus on embodying this quality of calm mastery. Alan discovered that when we align with this principle, the external circumstances naturally arrange themselves to match our internal state. I want to share a story about a client of mine, Sarah, who was a small business owner struggling to grow her company. She was working 16-hour days, constantly stressed, and her business was barely staying afloat. Everything she tried seemed to make things worse. Then she discovered Alan's teaching about serenity as strength. She started practicing this simple evening ritual. Instead of going to bed worrying about her problems, she would spend 10 minutes visualizing herself as a calm, confident leader. Within 2 weeks, something remarkable happened. A major client called her out of the blue with a lucrative contract. Then another opportunity appeared, then another. She told me she couldn't believe how different people were responding to her. They seemed to trust her more, seek her advice more, want to work with her more. What happened? She had transformed her fundamental energy from desperate striving to calm confidence. The external world was simply reflecting this internal shift. Now, I know what you're thinking. This sounds too simple, too easy. Your mind might be saying, but I have real problems, I have bills to pay, I have deadlines to meet, I can't just sit around being calm and expect everything to work out. Alan anticipated this exact objection. He teaches that calmness isn't passivity, it's power under control. It's the difference between a raging river that destroys everything in its path and a mighty river that's been harnessed to generate electricity for an entire city. When you operate from calm strength, you don't work less. You work more effectively. Your decisions are clearer. Your actions are more focused. Your relationships are stronger. Your creativity flows more freely. Alan explains it this way. Yes, humanity surges with uncontrolled passion, is tumultuous with ungoverned grief, is blown about by anxiety and doubt. Only the wise person, only he whose thoughts are controlled and purified, makes the winds and the storms of the soul obey him. This is what you're cultivating, the ability to remain centered and powerful regardless of external storms, the ability to think clearly when others are panicking, the ability to act decisively when others are paralyzed by fear. To affirm your trust in this process, write, "I trust the process" in the comments. Here's what to expect after you start practicing this. In the first few days, your mind will probably resist. It's been conditioned to believe that stress and worry are necessary for success. It will try to convince you that being calm means you're not taking things seriously enough. Don't listen to that voice. That's just old programming trying to keep you trapped in patterns that don't serve you. Instead, watch for subtle signs that things are shifting. Maybe you'll notice that a conversation goes more smoothly than expected. Maybe you'll feel more creative or inspired. Maybe you'll sleep better or wake up with more energy. These are signs that you're aligning with a more powerful way of being. Trust them. Build on them. Let this new energy guide your actions. The transformation that occurs when you truly embody this teaching goes far beyond external success. You stop being driven by fear and start being drawn by inspiration. You stop trying to force life to bend to your will and start flowing with its natural currents. Alan describes this beautifully. In the ocean of life, the isles of blessedness are smiling, and the sunny shore of your ideal awaits your coming. Keep your hand firmly upon the helm of thought. In the bark of your soul reclines the commanding master. He does but sleep. Wake him. This is the awakening Alan is pointing toward. The recognition that within you lies a source of calm, confident power that can transform any situation. You don't need to search for this power outside yourself. You don't need anyone else's permission to access it. It's already there, waiting for you to claim it. Self-control is strength. Right thought is mastery. Calmness is power. When you understand this truth, not just intellectually but in the depths of your being, everything changes. Your work becomes an expression of joy rather than a burden. Your relationships become sources of mutual empowerment rather than drains on your energy. Your challenges become opportunities to demonstrate your unshakable center. You transform from someone who reacts to circumstances to someone who creates them, from someone who is pushed around by external events to someone who remains unmoved in the face of any storm, from someone who seeks success desperately to someone who attracts it naturally. This is the lost teaching of James Allen. This is the secret that can transform your stress into unstoppable success. Not by working harder, but by working from a fundamentally different place. Not by forcing outcomes, but by aligning with the natural laws of achievement. The question is, are you ready to embrace this truth? Are you ready to let go of the exhausting belief that success requires struggle? Are you ready to discover what becomes possible when you operate from calm confidence instead of anxious striving? If this message has awakened something within you, please like this video to help it reach others who need to hear this truth. Share it with someone who is trapped in the stress and struggle cycle. And subscribe to continue on this journey of unlocking your true creative power. Remember, you already have everything you need. You just need to wake up the calm master that sleeps within your soul.